everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Niche Faerie Flowers. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to our channel members. Thank you so much for your support, I appreciate it immensely. We are on our 66th day with 76 nesting material, which we haven't really had to use because we keep finding nests everywhere, 223 food, which is absolutely amazing, and 10 nichelings. So for the size that we have of our current fairy tribe, we're actually doing pretty good for resources. And we have a very special edition coming pretty soon with a baby. So Princess Jilla over here, I think, has partnered up with God Elwyn, if I'm not wrong. The one that looks like a cookie chip with blue eyes all the way to the left. So they're going to be having their first child. I'm hoping for, I think I said a female with fairy snout. So hopefully we get that done. Also, thank you so much to everyone who's helped me kind of wrap up the last few snouts I had and the races, fantasy races I wanted them to be. So I think when we left, the last thing I had left was, geez, that was descriptive. In the previous episode, the last snouts we had left was Sticky Tongue, Platypus Beak, Digging Trunk, and Sabertooth. Now, I'm quickly going to share with you guys what I ended up choosing for those. So, I did forget about the Digging Trunk and Sabertooth. I think Trinket was the one who reminded me that we do have those Ice Age snouts. So, Sticky Tongues are going to be Nagas. Well, a few of you gave suggestions about, I think, Gorgons and just serpent snakes. I ended up choosing Naga, because I think that's cool. For the Sticky Tongue, so we have recently had the addition of this particular Naga, God Balton, so that's exciting. And Platypus Beaks are going to be Sirens, regardless of gender. Digging Trunks are going to be Dwarves, and our Sabertooths are going to be Sphinxes. So that's what we have lined up. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I'm quite excited. We have some diversity over here. So I'm just going to go ahead. I have a checklist in my notes of races we've come across. So far we've come across fairies, obviously pixies, trolls, and now Nagas with the addition of Balton. So, okay, I'm going to start rambling. We need to get this show on the road. So, what were we up to? I think we were exploring when we left off previously and just trying to wiggle towards this tree over here, which sounds like a great plan. So, we're going to continue doing that. I'm fairly sure Jilla has about 2 days left before she's going to have her baby. So, we have some time. We have some time for things to move and groove. And King Varrigar, he is kind of up. He's up there in age. He is up there in age. But he does have, he has an heir, right? Does he have an heir? Guys. He does. Altu. There we go. Prince Altu is his heir. Right. But Altu doesn't have a mate yet, as far as I'm aware. So we do have to keep an eye out for that. Oh, look. Found a perfect nest over on this side. Now, Eco is mates with Maragira, isn't he? Yeah, so Ika and Maragira are mates. They, I think, they've only had one baby. They've had a baby girl by the name of Gamara. But obviously you want to prioritize breeding the nichelings that have the fairy in them. Now, God Balton is interesting because he's got some kitsune. Yes, he's got some recessive kitsune, so that's going to be exciting. Okay, let's get rid of those. And everyone's moving. We'll clear the nest in the next turn for Princess Jilla to settle down into. But at this point in time, unless we find a Faerie Flower, we're going to have to breed some within the tribe. And that's going to be a bit of a difficult task. But God Shui, you are now an adult. And I'm pretty sure some of you are saying that if we breed Jilla and Shui, then we would have had more chance of having that short snout. But unfortunately, she's already been paired up with Elwyn. I've still got my hopes up between them because Jilla she is a full fairy. So we might have we have 50% chance essentially of her having a little fairy baby. But then whether or not it's going to be a girl is a whole different story. Okay, Shui, let's clear these. And Jilla has one more day left. She'll clear that. Dive in. Oh, is she gonna get hurt if she attacks that? No, she can attack that. Excellent. So now we can actually get some help from Balton because he is a Naga, and the Nagas over here in Niche can safely go ahead and eat these insects. So there we go. We need our itty little babies to be moving along as well. So God Gamara, let's stick them. Jackalbit, I am gonna let Jackalbit actually look over Gamara. Now Jackalbit, whose kid are you? Princess Friffin Godziganato. Okay, so you're gonna look after God Gamara until she can catch up with everyone else. Okay. Well, Eco. Let's get Eco to clear these swamp grasses, and then we'll get Maragira. Oh, berries. Okay, she found some berries. Let's continue clearing a path this way. Elwyn. I think Elwyn would want to be next to Jilla when she has their first child. Prince Altu. Let's jump this way, and I think I want the king. Yeah, I want the king to start coming across here as well. We're gonna have to prepare for Altu to take the crown pretty soon. So we have that going on. And she had a girl that's... It's a fairy! Okay, she had a fairy girl. What are your I and F? Darn it! So they both share the I immunity gene. Altu, what do you have? You have I and G. I and G. Ah, darn it. But because... That's right, because Jilla is Altu's sister, right? So that means, yeah, it's unlikely we're going to get an F and D child out of them, because they usually take something from each parent. So we're kind of screwed in that regard. Well, fingers crossed, we're going to be able to find someone else to help us out. We're going to be able to find a fairy at some point, fingers crossed. But Jackalbit, you can stick there, help out with the berries. You guys are getting disconnected, which I don't like though. But it's okay, you guys are gods. You can kind of catch up in a bit. We're not leaving royalty behind or anything. Or fairies, we're not leaving fairies behind. Okay, Jilla. Okay, well, currently we only have 2 females. Of breeding age. We have Princess Maragira and we have Princess Jilla. So we need to continue breeding. They're the only ones who we are going to be able to breed. Now, the babies currently being born, unfortunately, the gods, they don't have a whole lot of fairy in them. So fairies are getting bred out slowly by slowly. Slowly by slowly? Little by little. What am I trying to say? Jeez, I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. So we are having to rely on some of these guys. Shui. Altu is a full fairy as well. We don't have any females to breed them with. And he can't breed with anyone that's not a fairy. And if he breeds with his niece, they're kind of going to be sick. But hold on, honey, INF, darn it, she also shares genes with Shui. Well, let's go and name this little one. We'll figure it out as we go. But we have God Ideen. God Ideen, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. So we're starting to have a bit more girls, which is good. I need to decide who to breed now. Is it more important to breed the fairies, or is it more important to have more diversity? But then again, Maragira and Eco's union might not be the best thing because they're also passing on that blind eyes, which we don't really want. So I think I'll have to breed Elwyn and Jilla again. Gonna have to breed them again. Okay, guys, so we know we have that going for us. And we're definitely gonna keep it up. Shui. Let's deal with these. Clear away that. Jilla's gonna help clear away these spots. And Elwyn, let's dive ahead. You guys, Eco, let's grab up some berries. Margera, you can help out. And then jump here. The king is gonna head deeper into the swamp. Altu is going to stick by his father's side because I think he senses that his father is... Oh my goodness, on his last day. Okay, so Faerie King Varga is on his last day, guys. I'm so sad and nervous because we have a very uncertain future ahead of us. Altu is going to be inheriting a huge responsibility. Yes, his father has set him and the tribe up for life pretty much with the amount of food and resources they have, but at this point the bloodline might very well die out. And that's not good. That is not good. So we need to focus on that. But okay. And there he goes. Faerie King Varga has just passed on, guys. It's just passed on. Okay. Guys, I think some of you let me know that on a peaceful island we won't find any trunks, but fingers crossed we managed to find some fairy flowers somehow. Okay, you need white stones, my prince, because you are now the Faerie King. So Faerie King Altu. I'm really hoping we're gonna get, I mean, if worse comes to worse, he might actually have to breed with Ideen, but I don't want to do that, because then if we have sickly royalty, well, we're screwed that way as well. So many things to worry about. Okay, Shui, you need to jump down here and be with your king. You need to help out the king as much as possible. Bolton might not get a chance to breed. Honestly, I thought he might, but he might not. I actually might not get a chance to breed. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Let's dive this way. Elwyn is gonna help out here. Dive it further. Maragira. Clear away this bit of grass. Dive further in. There we go. Just slowly but surely clear out that area. And then King Altu, obviously in search of a bride for himself, so he can continue his line. He is halfway through his age, so this is kind of concerning. Okay, and we have, oh, look at that! God Jackalbit is an adult, and Gamara is a teen, which means she can actually move around now. Excellent. So I think with our food in good hands, we need to worry more about finding other fairies, particularly the Faerie Flowers. So what we might do is actually start encouraging these guys to do more exploration. Just leave the food for a bit and explore as much as we can to see what we can find and who we can find. Okay, Ideen, try and keep up with your family. Looks like Jilla is ready to settle down into a nest. She could head back up here if she wanted to. She could have a baby up there, but I feel as though she should have a baby closer to everyone else. I'm going to actually get her to move lost. That's what I'm going to do. I'll get her to move lost in case we find a nest. Let's clear these, and Eco, let's dive a bit further in. Bolton, clear away that, and this. Bolton can also dig, can't he? Yes, he can. Let's dive here. Maragira. So it looks like we're not finding any new spots. Jilla might just have her other baby up here as well. We might just do that. So let's jump up onto this nest. And she is isolated from everyone else with little Ideen, but she's gonna do what she thinks is right. There we go. Now, I don't think we have anyone else left. Let's turn the day. Ooh, look at that! We got another girl, a fairy, and she's albino. Okay, so we have an INF baby. She is albino. She is a half fairy. Oh, she's full fairy. Not full fairy. She's fairy, but she's got some pixie in her blood. Yeah. So, there we go. We have her. She is going to be God Sophista. God Sophista, welcome. I am happy because Jilla is giving us all the female fairies that we wanted, which is great. So I'm actually glad that I'm breeding her with Elwyn. But we want to find some Faerie Flowers, don't we? For the king. Yeah, both Ideen and Sophista. If worse comes to worse, we just might do that, but it could be dangerous for us. Could be very dangerous. Okay, well, Jilla. Ideen, let's jump this way. Jilla, you're gonna have to find your way back to your mate because we need to continue you two having more offspring. Because this is gonna help us. This is really helping us. Okay, let's see. Gamora. Let's get you to pick up some berries. There we go. So slowly but surely, we are figuring things out, guys. But with that said and done, we're going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.